Hello all, and welcome to Wayne's Allotment. This is the second video. It's the 16th of December. I'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and whatever you're planning on growing, may it grow as well as you expect or even better. Just going to show you, I'm now down on my original plot, and I'm just going to show you what I've done, what's going on, and give you a bit of an insight into some plans I've got. So parsnips along here, I mean, look at that, it's massive. The size of that there. Might not be very deep. I've had a couple out from here. One was like that, and it was about, I don't know, as you can see, what's that? That's a good 6 inches, 5-6 inches across, and it was about the same in depth. The other parsnip that I had was about 18 inches long, got about 3 legs. The one I had out here, that was alright though, but they're coming along nicely, or shall we say ready to take now, because we've had some frosts and so on. Carrots. One word describes carrots for this year, for not only myself and fellow plot holders: poor. I don't know about with where you are, but we have had very poor results down here. I'm in Staffordshire, and we've had poor results with carrots. They've not been very good at all. This was my 3rd sowing, and I know 1 or 2 plot holders have had 3rd sowings, they've failed, and they've given up this year and not grown any at all. This little area, well, this area, basically show you right the way across and where those spring cabbage are. This was all potatoes early on in the year, and I can't moan at all. I had Albert Bartlett, Maris Piper, and 3 rows of Sarpomera, and we've got loads of spuds at home, so they were pretty good. The plan for next year is parsnips, then other veg, you know, the peas, carrots, beetroot and so on, that sort of thing. As I've already pointed out, these are spring cabbage. Pigeons have been having a bit of a go at them, so it was a case of get some netting on them. But as you can see, they're not doing too bad. They're quite reasonable. Got hearts into them, so quite pleased with those. So I've netted them up to keep them going. Along here and just left here, these are some white beetroot. I've left them in, but between you, me and the gatepost, I think I'm going to get them out and get rid, because we're somewhat inundated with them at home, so I've got more than enough to go at. But we've done very well. I've grown the 1 row that I've grown down here, Solandra, I've been very pleased with, and I'm going to do the same again next year. In here, leeks, absolute brilliant this year. Last year I did leeks, didn't net them, and they got the allium fly in them. This year, these are Musselburgh, by the way, this year I haven't found a one with anything in it, so I am chuffed to bits. Down there, onions, they're overwintering onions obviously. Some more Shakespeare as I'd got in my other plot, but I've also got along with those some Red Cross for overwintering, and we'll see how they do. And this bit of ground that's covered up here, basically about where these 4 lots of bricks and going down, I dug a trench last year, filled it with some muck and grew my Cobra French climbing beans in it, and I couldn't fault them. Absolutely brilliant. We ended up with shed loads, so I'm going to do the same again. Here I've got currants which are going to come out, currant bushes, and behind them are some, although you can't see it very well, but there's rhubarb, a train, and down here I've got some of the good old comfrey in place, and the plan for next year is going to be try and keep this somewhat weed free, keep the comfrey going, and see how we go on with the rhubarb. The currants I didn't do a lot with at all. They grew well, I had plenty, reasonable amount, but I feel that I'd need about a dozen plants to really make any, or to be able to harvest any amount of currants for doing anything like jams and such like. So rather than that, they are coming out, and I'll look at nurturing along the rhubarb that's here. It did well, not last year, the year before it did very well. That was the first year I'd had the plot. Last year it didn't do so well, so I don't know. And there we are. I'm going to do a bit of a seed list this next week, getting send off for those, ready for the new growing season. I'm going to look at getting, with regards to cabbage, cauliflower and such like, I'm going to be looking at getting club root resistant varieties. They will go in probably up this end somewhere, but that's about it really. So before I start waffling and boring everybody to bits, I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas again, Happy New Year, and hopefully I won't be so long in posting videos next year. I've been a bit stumped with doing them. Sometimes I forgot to bring the camera with me, and then another time I brought the camera and there's been somebody on one of my plots either side or whatever, so I've not bothered filming. So with that, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Ta-ra a bit.